So today, right, I had a customer, okay, came in, I serviced him or whatever. He wanted to add a car to his existing insurance policy. Okay, cool. Now, I'm telling him what all I need from him for me to add this car to his existing policy. Okay, so I'm like, listen, I need photos, and I'm telling him the type of photos that I need, okay, and telling him the document that I need for him to add this vehicle to his policy, okay. Now, he had an attitude because the car was at the dealership. So I said, well, you may have to call them and tell them to take the pictures of the vehicle and tell them to take a picture of the document that I need in order for me to add this vehicle to your policy. So he had a whole attitude and he was frustrated, okay. Mind you, I'm just doing my job. So once he reached out to them, told him the type of pictures that I needed in the document, they sent several pictures. I said, 2 of these pictures are unacceptable. I need them to retake these pictures. So again, he had an attitude. Okay. So then I had to do something else because the VIN number wasn't generating in a computer or whatever. Long story short, he ended up getting an attitude. Okay. So the paper that he gave me that had the VIN number on it was not the appropriate document that I needed. However, he got a whole attitude or whatever. He was like, give me the paper, ma'am. Okay. I could have went off. I could have acted ugly, but I didn't. I didn't because I proclaim to be a woman of God, right? That's what I say I am, okay? So patience. I feel like God is working on my patience, okay? So he said, give me the paper, ma'am. So I handed him the paper. He snatched it out of my hand. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So as he left out of the office or whatever, I said, I'm so sick of these people coming in here with their attitude. And you know what? You would think that it would be the women, but let me tell you, most times it don't be the women. Most times it be the men that be having the attitudes and they be complaining about the fees or whatever. About the payment fees. Okay, whatever. So I'm talking to my coworker. And so she calls the men that had these attitudes he-man woman haters, because that's what they act like. Like, you remember Little Rascals, he-man woman haters, and I be so weak when she said it. So now that's what we refer to the angry grumpy men as he-man woman haters, because that's what they be acting like they hate women. Okay, so he goes on about his business. So I tell her, because she's still in training, she's still fairly new or whatever. So I tell her, I said, so watch when he come back. He gonna need me and he gonna want me to finish what I started. And when he come back, just watch how his attitude gonna be when he come back, because he gonna need me. He gonna need me to finish what I started for him. Mind you, because his car that he was getting was at the dealership. So I wasn't wrong. Okay, so check this out. So he came back in. Okay, he was gone about an hour and a half or whatever. He came back. So this time when he comes back, he's a little more playful. His attitude is a little better. He had an attitude adjustment. You know why? Because now you need me. You want to drive your 2017 car off the lot. So now you need me to start to finish what I started for you. Okay? So now you need me. So now your attitude is a little nicer. Okay, cool. Which I knew this was coming because it happens all the time. And it's never the women. It usually be the men. Okay, cool. So I got a balloon on my on the side of my desk. It's a small balloon with a little plastic cup on there or whatever. My eldest son gave it to me. And it say, I love you, Mom, on the balloon. So he sit at my desk or whatever. So he say, how many kids do you have? So I ain't really trying to talk to him like this, sir, because you was very rude to me the first go round when you came, okay? Because I don't really want to talk to you like that. Let's just keep it business. This is what I'm thinking in my mind, but I dare not say it, because remember, I'm a child of God, remember? So I said 3. He said 3 girls. Sir, I really don't want to talk to you, sir. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. No, I have 3 children. So, okay, cool. So then he making small talk, whoop the whoop the whoop. I can't remember what all he said because it really was going in one ear and kind of out the other one or whatever. So yada yada yada. I see where this is going. Now you're trying to be my friend or whatever because you need me now. You ready to? Oh, I know. Let me back up. He said he brought the car back. That's what it was. He drove the car this time. He went and got the car and brought the car back. So I said, okay, cool. So this time he's I know what it was. So I said, do you want me to add the lien holder still? He said, yeah, he said so he wanted me to add the lien holder. So he said, don't worry about the full coverage. But I brought the car back so you could take pictures of the car. That's what it was. I said, well, you know, when you get liability on the car, we don't need pictures of the car. So he was like, thinking to himself, like, I did all that for nothing. Well, you're the one who left with attitude and said, give me the papers, ma'am, and snatched them out of my hand and left. So when he came back second time around, he said, don't worry about the full coverage, but I brought the car this time so you can take pictures of the car. I said, well, you getting liability, we don't need pictures of the car. So he said, but you can still add the lien holder. I said, well, usually when we are just doing liability, we don't have to add the lien holder. So, okay, cool. So he was like, okay, well, don't worry about the lien holder. So he was like, they told me I didn't have to get full coverage. I could just get liability on the car. Okay, cool. So then as I'm almost done with his endorsements, okay, I say to him, because I'm trying to break the ice, because I see he a little more playful. He's trying to be my friend now. So I said, well, as I'm wrapping it up, about to get ready to get him out of my face. So I say, I break the ice or whatever. I'm a grown woman. I'm mature. So I say, you know, I wasn't trying to give you a hard time about the photos, but I didn't want them to tell me that the photos were unacceptable, and then I have to try to chase you down, and then I got to try to call you and harass you to get you to come back up here and take pictures of the car and chase you down and hunt you down and reply to emails and all this, because they telling me that the pictures that you gave to me were unacceptable photos, and I wasn't trying to do all of it. But he's like, yeah, I understand or whatever. So he was like, I'm sorry we got off to a bad start. I said, yeah. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, I accept your apology. Have a good day. So, you see, I said all of that to say, you know, a lot of times people be like, it be the women that be having attitudes. And, you know, it's a stereotype on the black woman that we always have nasty attitudes with her. But that's not the case, because, you know, if I say that I'm a professed client of professed child of God, I try to have the fruits of the spirit. And I'm not always, you know what I'm saying, I'm not always together. I get upset. But I feel like in this season of my life, I feel like that the Most High is testing me. I feel like he's testing me, and I feel like he's preparing me. I feel like I'm in my preparation season for marriage, and I feel like these angry black men that come to my desk, and these angry men that be coming for me on TikTok and on YouTube, I feel like Yahuwah is testing my patience. I feel like he's working on me, and I feel like he's preparing me for my husband. And, you know, all of the lessons and stuff that I learned, the conversations and the conflicts that I have, I feel like it's helping me to work through it. That way, when I get ready to, you know, join with my spouse, I feel like, okay, we can have conflict resolution, because I'm a life coach, okay? I am a biblical teacher. I'm an evangelist. So I feel like God is perfecting my patience, okay? And he's preparing me for my husband, because what else could it be? Because I feel like you're testing me. I be feeling like I be getting tested, and I pray that I am passing my test with flying colors, because he's still working on me, y'all. He's still working on me. So I just thought I would share that. I just thought I'd share. All right. So some of y'all need to check yourselves, and y'all need to check y'all attitudes and leave them at the front door. Okay? Okay. Because let me tell you, we all go through stuff. Baby, I be wanting to quit my job every day. Every day I want to quit. In all actuality, I hate my job. Okay? I really do. I hate it. And you know what I hate more than anything? I hate the phones. I hate answering the phones. I hate doing those calls. I really do hate my job. And I probably shouldn't complain, but it's the truth. And I'm an honest and a transparent person. And I really do hate my job. It is what it is. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And I'm only there because it helps pay the bills. And that's what it is. But I just keep walking by faith every day until I feel like I'm positioned to quit. That's just what it is. And then hopefully I won't have to deal with people's spirits and their attitudes and stuff. But then again, I'm in ministry. So then again, yeah, I still will have to deal with people and their attitudes and their spirits. So yeah. But at least I can deal with them on my own accord when I no longer work for a plantation, a modern day plantation. That's how I feel about that. Tulu. And this is exactly why I'm believing in God for a man with this mindset like Stephen Labassiere, because he has the mindset to where he doesn't want his wife to have to work. I hate my job. I really do. It has nothing to do with my God-given purpose. I hate it. I don't like to go. I only go because it helps to pay the bills. But it doesn't even do all of that. I only go because I have to go. But I don't want to have to work. And this is why I understand his position on why he doesn't want his wife to have to work. Because he made a lot of valid points in a lot of videos that I've shared. So I'm going to leave it right here because this mindset is what I want my future husband to have. And this clip of him in his interview has a lot to do with the video that I shared, because I do not want to have to work a job that I hate. And I do not want to have to work a job that stresses me out and I have to deal with people's attitudes and personalities and their negative spirits and negative energies. He just made a whole lot of points, and in this part of the video I'm gonna share the clip, and it has everything to do with how I feel and everything to do with this video about the customer that I was talking about, and about other customers who I have experienced that I don't want to say stress me out, but that disturb my peace. I'll just say that. So I'm gonna just drop it right here and share the clip because it has everything to do with this video and how I feel about having to work and how he feels about his future wife not having to work. So my prayer and my faith, I'm believing in God for a husband who has a mindset and a mentality like this man right here. Check it out.
Pay half the rent. So all right, I'm gonna give you again my position, and I'm gonna tell you what I think, how it applies to other people. For me, I'm not asking for the woman to pay half the rent. Personally, my vision is, to create a lifestyle where whoever I'm with doesn't have the pressure of paying half the rent, half the bills. I want her to find the career, her purpose that really speaks to her heart. I don't want her to be at some job that she's stressed about, that she doesn't even like, that, just completely isn't who she is. Because that's going to affect the relationship. That's going to throw things off the balance of energy in our interaction with each other and in her quality of life. I don't want that for my partner. So in that instance, I'm prepared to take on the burden of paying all the rent, all that kind of stuff. I'm cool with that. It's not a problem for me. But for men out there, I do think it's good for men to build up a foundation where they have that kind of flexibility. But I do understand that everybody's not in that position, and some people will not be in that position. And depending on the type of lifestyle you're trying to live with that individual, it may require two incomes. So again, this is a conversation you have to have with that person, and you guys have to be on the same page about it. And I think at the end of the day, it's not about two people equally paying for bills. It's about two people equally contributing to a relationship. And contributing does not mean I pay 50%, you pay 50%. It might mean I handle certain tasks and I may handle certain finances and you may handle the other tasks that need to be done in our relationship. And we create balance. To me, what's more important than the focus of equality in the relationship is the focus of balance in the relationship. And when you can find that balance, you can create more harmony, and that's going to work for both parties involved. So everyone has to sit down and talk to each other and just get on the same page about how do we go about finances and things being done, and be honest about what you're willing to do and what you're willing to accept in that relationship.